What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. Welcome into the Jays Digest pregame show. We're going to try something a little bit different today. So we welcome all of you in as we look at this fully loaded Blue Jays lineup today. So we'll get into the first topic here, which is the lineup preview. How's it going, Gaiman? How's it going, Owen? The lineup today, as I mentioned, is pretty stacked for the Toronto Blue Jays. It's similar to what we're going to see throughout the regular season. So if we pop up the Blue Jays lineup here, we're going to see George Springer leading off, DHing, Bo Bichette in the two-hole shortstop, Vladdy batting third at first base, Dalton Varsho in the fourth spot, playing right field this time, not left field, Matt Chapman at third base batting fifth, Whit Merrifield left field batting sixth, Danny Jansen catching batting seventh, Espinal at second base batting eighth, and Kevin Kiermaier batting ninth, playing center field, and Alek Manoah making his Blue Jays spring training debut today. I'm really excited for this lineup, Nick.
Yeah, it's fully stacked. And like we said in yesterday's stream, it's either one way or the other in the sense of one team's usually fully stacked and the other team is pretty weak. And that is the case for the Pirates. We'll show it in a second. But Springer, back in the lineup is kind of the main story here. And, of course, you have Vladdy and Varsho in right field, which is interesting. And it is, they don't have Belt. So Belt is going to be coming back over the next, I think, week or two. John Schneider said maybe late next week. He usually takes a while to get into it. But what we will show you now is the Pittsburgh Pirates starting lineup, because they have a split squad game today, so they have two games going, and I guess they have Connor Joe, decent player, Miguel Andujar, Austin Hedges, and then, Chavez Young, actually, which is kind of a funny full circle turn there. What's up, William? Good afternoon. And Peter, what are your thoughts on
Leo Verpeguero? Leo Verpeguero is a very exciting prospect for them as well. So they got a good farm system, especially with their catchers that they are boasting in their pipeline there. But yeah, all the best players are playing just down the road today against the New York Yankees. They have O'Neill Cruz in that lineup, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Brian Reynolds. So the top dogs are playing in their home game today, and then the rest of their 40-man or spring training invitees are playing against the Toronto Blue Jays today. So it should be fun. It'll be cool. I'm very curious to see Dalton Varsho in the fourth spot. So we've seen him batting second. We've seen him batting fifth in the spring. I don't know if we've seen him batting fourth yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And we also haven't seen him in right field, which is an interesting thing. He might end up having to play there. Gausman is pitching tomorrow. It is Manoah today. And then someone asked, has Kirk's wife given birth yet? I guess that'll lead into the screenshot now, which we'll quickly show you guys anyway, since you talked about it. He is back with the team. And so not only has his wife given birth, he's officially with the team now in spring training. He is not playing today. I think John Snyder said sometime next week, or early next week, or mid next week. So he is, congrats to him. And he is going to be back there. And next week we will see some games. And do you have any other thoughts on that before we move on? I think that, again, the main thing here is, full lineup. Obviously, we're missing Alejandro Kirk, but we have the outfield, again, a very, very strong defensive outfield. I guess with Merrifield and left field would be the weakest point there. We don't have Springer playing the field, but are there any other things you're looking out for today out of the Blue Jays besides, I guess, Varsho, or is there anyone, are you just excited to see Manoah pitch?
I'm excited to see everyone in the lineup today because this is similar to what we're going to see in the regular season. But just one more thing on Alejandro Kirk. There was a big, big skepticism on whether or not he would be ready for the season. But he now announced officially that he's going to be skipping out on the WBC. He won't be playing for Team Mexico, which is too bad for him because I'm sure that's a lifelong dream that he would have fulfilled over there. But if there was any doubt about him being ready for the season, I think that's all gone now with him fully skipping out on the WBC and being committed to the Blue Jays right now.
He has withdrawn, which we all kind of expected once he was away from camp for so long. And yeah, John Schneider did say for Alejandro Kirk, he's looking at next week at some point because obviously he wants to get fully. So, and he's a catcher as well, so it'll take him a little bit longer to get comfortable with the pitchers and things like that. But yeah, we'll move on to our next topic now in a second. This is again final look at the Pirates one here in case you guys missed it. Nothing too crazy. And Roansy Contreras, decent reliever there pitching. But we'll move on now to the next topic, which is a new segment that we're going to introduce. And you guys can kind of play along with us as we do this. We're going to do some rapid fire questions that pertain to the Blue Jays and today's game a little bit. So, Peter, you have 3 questions you'll ask me and the chat as well to answer before we move into some more, game preview stuff, as we're around 20 minutes away from first pitch. I'm thinking basketball, first pitch there. You can take over the questions now.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit different. Let us know what you think of this type of segment here. I'm going to answer the question. Nick's going to answer the question, then I'm going to answer the question, and we want to see all your answers in the chat down below. So, in honor of Kevin Gosman and Alek Manoah pitching on back-to-back days. So Manoah today, Kevin Gosman tomorrow. Who do you think is going to be better this season between the two?
Yeah, so you guys can answer that in the chat, and I'll answer mine right now. I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I think I'm going to go with, it's very, very tough. I'm going to go with Alek Manoah, the safer pick, especially because Gosman has to change ups and stuff. But I think they're going to be much closer than they were last year, at least from the ERA standpoint.
I'm going to go with Kevin Gosman. I really think the elimination of the shift is going to help him out a lot because that's what really burned him last year. He was statistically one of the most unlucky pitchers of all time, not just in the league last year, but of all time. I think his batting average on balls in play that he gave up was around 370,
It
which
was high.
was it's unheard of, you know. Like he had great Ks per nine numbers. He didn't walk anybody, but the batting average that he surrendered was around 280. So that's, I don't expect that trend to keep up. I think Kevin Gosman is going to be a little bit better this year, but I still expect Alek Manoah to be elite. Now, let us know what you guys think in the comments. I'll move on to my second question here, which also pertains a little bit to today's game. Who has impressed you the most so far in spring? And I have a feeling it's going to be someone that's not playing today, Nick.
Yeah, so there's a few guys that have impressed me a lot. I'm gonna go with a pitcher and a hitter here because I think that's the best way to do it. I'm gonna go Biggio and Kikuchi. Kikuchi is probably the biggest surprise, though Biggio's been playing absolutely phenomenal as well. And there's a lot of answers in the chat about Manoah versus Gosman. It's like split 50-50 there, but I'm going to go with Kikuchi and Biggio, and you guys can also answer this question, and then we'll go back through and read all your answers at the end as we have one more question. But I'm going to go with Biggio / Kikuchi, a bit of a cheap out there, but I'm going to go with Kikuchi will be my answer. I'll go with Kikuchi.
Okay. Well, you took my answer. You took my answer. I was going to say Yusei Kikuchi, so I guess I'm going to have to go with someone else now. I'm going to go with Santiago Espinal,
Okay.
who's been really good in the spring. He's showed a little bit of power. His defense, we know what it is. It's elite. It's always going to be elite. And he's just making a ton of contact, and he's not striking out, and I could see him challenging Whit Merrifield for that spot that seemed to be all to Whit. So yeah, I think he's been very impressive. Kevin Biggio as well has been unbelievable. I don't think we've talked about him enough, but he's done everything that's been asked of him, and I'm excited to see if he can keep it up throughout the spring and throughout the regular season. But I'll segue into the next question here, and if you could drop any former Toronto Blue Jay onto this current team, who would it be? I have my
I
answer.
have
I
my
feel like yours might be a little bit different too. So I'll hear yours first.
All right, last question before. Make sure you leave your answers in the chat, and then we'll go through all of them. Someone said Tiedemann really quick. That's a really good answer as well. Obviously,
Okay,
he
yeah,
didn't
that
play
is
too
good.
much, but I guess for small sample size, I'm gonna go with Roy Holiday here for this
Oh,
holiday.
come
Is that
on,
yours as well?
man. That was mine
Yeah,
as well.
I,
That
I,
was mine.
fifth starter spot wouldn't be an issue, and that would be the best. But I guess if you're gonna go with him, I'll go with let's just go with Edwin Encarnacion because why not? Doesn't really fit, but he's back with the Blue Jays a little bit coaching, so I'm curious to see what the chat has to say about this. I guess we ended up getting the same answer. We did not discuss this beforehand, so I don't know how we both
No,
picked
we did
him, but
not.
I guess it just happened to be Dave Steeb, Edwin all day long. Do you have another alternate one you want to go with?
Who's I think the closing pitcher was Pat Henkin. Was it Pat Henkin or was it
I'm sure
Dave
someone in
Steve?
the chat knows.
Yeah,
Um,
let us know in the chat. It's I think it might have been Dave Steve. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments because that's who I would drop onto this team.
Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed
Yeah.
this content. Just throw that out there, and we'll go through now all the answers from you guys really quick. Someone said Darwin Barney. For real though, Joey Bats. Honestly, that's a great answer as well. Though the outfield, I guess you
Tom
would.
Hankey.
Tom Hankey.
Tom Hankey.
Thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
Jonas.
That's who it was.
Nick
That's who it
saying for
was.
real
Yeah.
though, Joey Bats. I think if Joey Bats, prime Joey Bats would be a great answer because you move Varsho to center, Joey Bats to right, and then make Springer and left. That would probably be another great answer. Edwin is coaching for the Jays. He's on as a guest assistant right now. Terminator Tom Hankey. Lots of people. Okay, interesting. And then you guys said it was split between Manoah
He,
and Gosman for the first question as well. Just to throw that out
yeah.
there.
He would be the perfect fit. Tom Hankey would be like that other guy that you need in that bullpen, like another power arm with some disgusting stuff. Roger Clemens was very good in his Toronto Blue Jays days as well, even though he was only here for like a year and a half. So yeah, no, that was super fun. I liked that
Yeah,
segment.
that
That
was
was a
good.
lot of fun.
Lots of interaction with you guys, and it was pretty. You guys tend to agree on most things. The Manoah and Gosman question really was split, and I think that makes sense.
Hmm.
Biggio and Kikuchi seem to be the consensus there for Berger as well. From Owen said Berger, Tiedemann said Leinhardt said Tiedemann, Jonas said let's go, and then Biggio. Okay,
You
and
got to
then
come up with the questions next
I
time.
will.
They're on you. They're on
We'll
you.
do that for the next one. Edwin doesn't have an official title, but he is with the team at spring training. That
Hmm.
was released now. But yeah, we have around 15 minutes, around 10 or so minutes left in the stream until we move on and let you guys enjoy the game, which is televised,
Yeah.
by the way. We did the solo video yesterday because my technology, I had some technical difficulties. It was not Peter's fault, but I got the score wrong in the video, so that was a bit unfortunate. But we're back on TV now, which is
Yeah.
good. Are you guys gonna be doing a pregame review for every game, Matt? As many games as we can.
We're gonna
That's
try.
as many games as
gonna
we
try.
can for both spring training and the regular season. For spring training, because the games are this time, it's actually better for me, and right now it's better for Peter, but the 2:30 games are better for me right now, so I will be able to do a lot of them, as Peter's been doing solos as well when I haven't been able to be there, but as many as we can. Let's move on to the
Yeah,
third
for
topic.
sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on March break right now, so it's my reading week, so I'm able to make it to pretty much every video that we have here. But I think once things start to pick up
It'll be
and
harder.
I get more shifts at work, then it'll be a little bit harder. But we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best to bring it to you. And our next topic here
Yep, let's get
is
into it. The
is the
best.
bold
Yeah,
predictions.
the
So
bold
this is probably
predictions.
my favorite
Me
segment.
too. I
This is
know
probably my
Matt.
favorite segment of the pregame show, and this is good. This is good because we have all the regulars in the lineup today, pretty much. So
Pop it up one more
it'll
time for you
make the
guys.
bold predictions a little bit easier. So Nick, I'll ask you first. What's your bold prediction?
Okay, and also leave your bold prediction in the chat. I know Matt loves the bold predictions. I didn't really think of one. I'm gonna go with actually I guess it's not too bold. I know you always go way more bold than I go, and none of our
I
predictions
do.
ever happen.
That's the point.
I'm just gonna
That's the
go
point.
with I'm gonna go with a Kevin Kiermaier triple and a Versho home run. That's my bold prediction.
Okay. That is bold. That is
I went a
was
bit
that
more
your
bold
original
today.
one or
No,
did
I
you
didn't
make
have
it
the
more bold?
Kiermaier one
Okay.
beforehand, but I added that in there.
Okay. All right, I like that. I like that one. If you pop the lineup for me one more time, Nick. Let's see.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to interrupt you
Oh,
there.
gaming.
Gonna have to
Yeah, we got a
interrupt you.
super chat. It gives me more time to think.
Thank you
Gives me
so
more
much,
time to
gaming.
think.
Here's the real question. With all the trade rumors surrounding Biggio and Merrifield not returning, who's going to play second? Santiago, maybe minor depth. They can't trade Biggio. And Peter, I'll let you answer that question in chat. Feel free to answer. And thank you again. Let's get gaming. You get 2 super chat animations with Vladdy with the cape there. Thank you so much. Your support has been unbelievable. I appreciate you tuning in. And Peter, take it over. What is your thought on that question before we get back to the bold prediction?
Yeah, I think Santiago Espinal has kind of the keys to the second base position if he just stays the way he is. If he remains the same player, then I see no reason as to why he can't be the everyday second baseman in 2024. And I don't think they'll re-sign Whit Merrifield. Doesn't really fit the timeline of the team, but there are a lot of interesting prospects that are coming up, like Aurelvis Martinez, like Addison Barger, who I don't think would profile well as second baseman. So I think Santiago Espinal will probably be the guy for that spot. But I'll get into my bold prediction here.
Thanks again,
I need
gaming.
the lineup
We
one more
will.
time, Nick. I
We
need
will
the
have a
lineup
beer.
one more
We'll have a beer
time.
for you. Me and Peter will. Thanks
Absolutely,
again for the
absolutely. I'm gonna go. Alek Manoah throws an immaculate inning in the first inning
Okay.
and goes 2 scoreless.
Okay, that is very hot. I mean,
What?
may as well. Yeah,
Bold.
may as well. I actually like that one though. I like that,
I
especially
won't.
the
I
two.
wouldn't bet on it.
No,
I wouldn't
no.
bet on it.
Let's look
but,
at your guys'
yeah.
bold predictions. We have Nick saying Vershow goes 2 for 3. I think that's a pretty half reasonable prediction. Lionheart saying Manoah plunks 3 batters. Now that's bold, but it's also not that bold at the same time. Matt saying I notice how whenever the game isn't televised, the lineup only has 1 or 2 MLB players. Yeah, I think that's done on purpose, obviously to get the ratings up and just. Also, at the same time, it's kind of kudos to the fans who are able to actually watch the players play. You'd want them to be able to see
For sure.
the guys play. Danny Jansen 2 homers. 2 people said Danny Jansen 2 homers. William Wilson and Owen both said 2 homers. And Vershow 3 hits. I have Vershow with a home run and a Kiermaier triple, which I don't know. We'll see. I've been impressed with Kiermaier as well. I'll just throw that out there. Obviously, he hasn't done anything too crazy, but he's played really good defense. He got a double there, and I don't know. He's looking healthy, and that's the main thing.
I like gaming. I like gaming's prediction here. Varsho has 3 hits. Vladdy has 3 at-bats. That's not the first time he's predicted Vladdy to have 3
He's had it
at-bats. I think
back-to-back
that's
games.
not bold anymore. That's
Nope.
not bold anymore. He'll have 3 probably because he's got to get ready for the World Baseball Classic. And Manoah strikes out 5. That's kind of bold because Manoah, kind of lost a little bit of his strikeout stuff last year. Maybe it might have been from overuse. He was the workhorse for the Toronto Blue Jays. He was pitching a lot, so that could have been why maybe his stuff wasn't as sharp on a start-to-start basis. But I think he'll regain some of that for this season.
Yeah, and we have Mike saying we're going to score in double figures today. That would be interesting.
I
And there
like
was a
that.
game for all you pitch clock fans or haters out there that I believe was 14-14, and the game only lasted 3 hours and 10 minutes, even in a 14-14 game. So the pitch
Let's
clock
make
is
it 4.
4 at-bats. Don't think that'll happen, but maybe it will.
No, not
I
yet.
think I
Not
think
yet.
they are
It's
giving
still
him
too
3
early.
though every game it seems, unless obviously if there's like extended lineups and stuff. But maybe if it is a double digit game, maybe he does get 4 at bats in like 4 innings.
Well,
So,
maybe it's before he leaves for the World Baseball
yeah,
Classic that they'll want to get him a 4 at-bat game, just to kind of get him more comfortable for that.
Bold yesterday to predict a no hitter. Almost had the no hitter if Hayden Jenger unfortunately gave up that run there. Varsho and Chapman go back to back jacks. I could see that happening. I mean it's very
I
unlikely,
like
but
that.
I could definitely see that happening. Any final bold predictions before we move into the Q&A segment for the last 5 minutes before we let you all go and watch the game, which is televised on Sportsnet today, and hopefully it'll be a good one. We're all going to be watching.
Nick, didn't someone predict a perfect game in the chat yesterday?
Yes,
Someone said
yeah,
Yusei Kikuchi
perfect
will
game.
throw a perfect game,
Yeah, they were.
but obviously they were
I
joking.
remember
But
that.
like
I remember that.
if Yusei Kikuchi did not walk that guy, if he didn't walk someone in
I think he gave
the
up one hit.
second inning, it was in the second inning. No hits. There were no hits. There were
Oh
no
yeah,
hits.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
They,
Yes, no hits. Right.
they had a no hitter through 8 and a third. So if he didn't walk someone to lead
He
off
would've-
the second inning, it would have been a perfect game through
It was
8
Nick.
innings and a third.
There you go. See, my Yusei Kikuchi
Was it
prediction
Nick?
yesterday wasn't far off. There you
Wow,
go.
it was probably the closest one. It was probably the closest one. Yeah,
Unreal.
nuts.
Unreal. And again, one more time, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. We're very close to 6,500. Your support's been unbelievable, and let's get some likes on the stream before we do wrap up. But let's get into the final topic now, which is Q&A for you guys. Any final questions before we wrap up? And a lot of you are probably starting to head to your televisions and watching the old Manoah pitch today, and I'm against a pretty poor lineup in the, no disrespect to any of the Pirates there, but no real major league, or not many major leaguers or regulars. And again, Chavez Young in center field. And any Q&As before we wrap up? Or Peter, anything you want to say about the lineups again one more time before we wrap it up?
I'm just glad to see Springer in there pretty early. He looks healthy. Just tone it down a little bit on the base pass. You're gonna make the team. You don't have to hustle out of the box too much, George. So take it easy over there. But yeah, I'm excited to see pretty much all the regulars in there. Can't wait for Kirk's debut next week, and it's just going to be exciting. It's just a great time. It's a great time to be a Blue Jays fan. I can't wait for opening day. This is the real movie. I think it's coming up, Nick. It's not going to be a horror movie this year.
Yeah, it was definitely it had a pretty bad one last year. Calvin saying, any lesser known prospects catching your eyes this spring? Peter, I'll let you answer that
one. Jimmy Robbins has been pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who's the other lefty there?
I know you're talking about.
What's his name?
Burnett.
Jimmy Burnett.
Yeah, Jimmy Burnett.
Burnett has been good. Julian Fernandez looked good. I don't know if you could call him a prospect.
He looked really good. Really good.
Zach Britton has looked pretty solid as well. And
I think those are the main ones.
Hagen Danner. Hagen Danner was
yes.
very impressive. Not Hayden Yanger, not yet. I think he's going to be good, but Hagen Danner was very impressive when he had that quick outing against the Phillies, I believe.
Lots of similar names. We have Julian Fernandez, Junior Fernandez, Hagen Danner, and Hayden Jenger. There's lots of things. Let's get game and saying I'm not a big fan of the 5-9 in this lineup, which would be
and Zulueta as well.
Which I guess Merrifield, Jansen, Espinal, Kiermaier, not a huge fan. I mean, yeah, of course, having Kirk and Belt will help, probably help round that out, gaming. But I do agree with that. Saying you can disrespect the lineup, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, man. Just Zuleta and Roberts highlights in the game I watched. Yeah, he was very impressive. I'm heading to Phoenix on Sunday, hoping to catch a few Cactus League games and possibly a World Baseball Classic game or two with Team Canada. William, let us know how it goes if you were able to get back into the live stream. Peter, that guy's a question, or guy or girl has a question for
Oh,
you,
okay.
Lionheart.
Yeah, I'm studying in journalism with a minor in education. So I'm hoping to do this as a full-time job, not Jay's Digest, but like something in the similar realm, sports media. That'd be a dream
Maybe Jay's
for me.
Digest one day. Maybe Jay's Digest
Maybe,
one day.
maybe if we go to the moon, but got to pay the bills.
Ratchet saying we'll confuse opposition scouting with all the similar names. Maybe that's the actual reason. Jonas saying what in Jay's new home run dugout celebration since the jacket is retired. Who knows? Maybe they don't have one. Maybe they just high five. Maybe they
Put your head down and run the bases. That's the celebration.
yeah, that's we'll see what they come up with. Mantis saying thanks again for the video. Thank you, Mantis. Always a pleasure to see you guys.
Thanks,
Always try to
Mantis.
watch it. Gaming, thank you for all the support. It's been unbelievable. We love seeing you in here. We love seeing all you guys in here. And I guess that'll wrap it up now. The game starts in 3 minutes. We'll let you guys go and catch the game. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back today for a post-game video, not a live stream, and hopefully back for another live stream over the next day or two, maybe tomorrow, depending what happens. But do you have anything to wrap it up, Peter, before we go and let them enjoy the game?
And I want to thank all of you guys. This whole journey has just been unreal, and I can't wait for the real games to start. But making the daily content for you guys, it doesn't even feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like a job either. It's just super fun, and we couldn't have done it without any of you guys. So thanks.
Yeah, it's been great. Mike, enjoy the game. Gaming, Jonas, everyone enjoy the game, and we'll see you guys in tonight's video where we hopefully are discussing some phenomenal stuff. Thanks again, Lion. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you later today or whenever you're able
Thanks,
to
guys.
watch us next.